For the first, like, maybe minute to minute and a half, I'm watching this creature and I'm like, what is that thing made out of? Like, I'm not quite understanding what I'm watching here. And then I saw the balloons. It was like, what? I've never seen anything like this. It is so unique. It is so interesting. It is so brilliant. I mean, even like how one balloon kind of slides and it's in a magnifying glass and it like magnifies the eyeball balloons. I mean, the the care and the thought and the creativity in this is really spectacular. I don't know how you did this. I'm flabbergasted at the technology and the thought of like how this got done. I also loved the music, and funnily enough, those little squeaky animal noises that were coming from that grouping of balloons, so good. Like, perfect choice for that little animalistic noise is all I could think of to write. So awesome. I just really love this. It's fantastic. Congratulations.
Balloon art animation. I love it. Such a great original idea. I loved all those balloon creations. So well done. Um, and so delightfully weird and absurd. What a voyage. I don't know if that's a warning against trying to contact outer space. The aliens might not be that friendly. But the aliens were absolutely fun to watch, though. Um, and yeah, the whole thing with the stop motion, that must have been so much work to do all those drawings and get them placed in the way that it was all moving nicely, and the animation came through, the way that the drawings are superimposed, and the way they move from one to the other. And no, it's just so original and so much fun to watch. I love those
A
balloons.
wonderfully abstract and creative movie this was. First of all, I love the crazy title. It's great. It kind of sets you up for to expect something like this, and then just the style of it is just just all these balloons. Just the abstract shapes and the movements and everything that we're seeing here. It was incredibly creative. I don't know where this came from. It was very, very cool. Very innovative. Just the medium of the animation itself, was pretty astounding to watch. And I love how there's a shape to what we're seeing and the pacing. It swirls into conflict and then there's a resolution, and it all works nicely. I also like the sound a lot, the sound design that went with it, and the music was great. All the music that, the accompaniment, the score, as well as the song at the end, all fit very nicely with the style and the action of what we were watching here. So this is very cool, very innovative, very different, and yeah, very original. So good luck with this. I hope it does
I
well
was
for
really
you.
impressed with the creativity in Baloney Beacon. Just the effort it must have taken to work with all those balloons, whether it was a special effects thing, an animation, or if it was actual balloons that were put together for all of that. I thought that was just super creative, really, really impressive level of work. And I thought the story was working so well with the medium of the balloons in outer space. Really great.
I thought it was so unique. I love the way that you used these balloon characters to create the film. It was something I've never seen before. And even though these figures were non-human, I thought they had such great expression, and it was so interesting to see that because it seemed like you just used, a marker and balloons. But I really just appreciated the great attention to detail that you had for these characters, and I thought, the duck noises and sounds were super funny and cool, and the score was great, and overall it was really interesting. So, good job.
This was incredible creativity. I immediately called my partner over and I was like, please watch this. I've never seen anything quite like it before. The medium and the texture created by the balloons was fantastical and bizarre and slightly off-putting, but I couldn't take my eyes away. The unnerving alien creatures and their movement was, yeah, so creative and dazzling. I honestly felt my jaw on the floor the entire time. I'd love to see this balloon treatment to so many films. If we could recreate films, I could tell the attention to detail was absolutely there. The soundscape was perfect for this outer worldly, uneasy sort of piece. And yeah, I was entranced the entire time. Well done.
This film showed a tremendous amount of talent and creativity from the filmmaker, especially the animator and the creator. It was Matt, someone didn't get the name quite right, but it was a stop. I have to say, it was stop animation with mostly these balloon-like creatures. They're all created through balloons, and then the stop animation with eyes and limbs, things moving, were done on the balloon creatures. And it was a sci-fi sort of film. I have to say, the story kind of lost me. I couldn't completely follow everything that was happening. It was, it's Baloney Beacon, so it seems like there was some sort of beacon sent out, and then something came back, and it was a little weird because there's some of the things that looked like a school of sperm going to the uterus or the ovaries or something, and then and that may have been intentional, but it was, I wanted to know what was going on, and that was the main thing. And clearly the filmmakers have great talent, because it was highly engrossing for 5 minutes.
Probably one of the strangest stop motion things I've ever seen. But with that being said, I think it was such a cool short. There was just so much to kind of take in and to break down. And for something that's only 5 minutes, I found myself kind of stopping and rewinding and trying to look at different aspects of the short and really break down how things were done. And a part of me is just like, okay, it has a style of stop motion, but at the same time, the fact that it's balloons makes me question if that's the reality of what I think. And it was just such a fun thing to kind of watch and to dissect and to kind of understand how it was produced and how it was made. And I'm still kind of baffled at everything that was happening, and just how fluid some of the motions were, and the fact that some of the things that were just drawn on balloons was made to look so flawlessly continuous. And it was just, again, so mesmerizing to kind of look at and to break down. And again, it was one of those shorts where I just kind of had to go back and rewind and be like, okay, so how was this done? Is it possible that they actually stopped and went on with each frame with balloons? Because that's insane to me. Again, I loved the quirkiness of it, the colors of it, everything about it was just so fun to watch. And honestly, I think it was just such a great job. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one.